hi. It's I don't really have anything to say at the beginning because usually it's like Movie Monday or Flashback Friday, Flashback Friday. But today is something I haven't done in like years, and that's a book review. Recently I've been reading a lot more than I have, and I have like 5 books lined up for a book review. Only 3 of them I'm doing on a book review because this one's book review is the Hunger Games series, which is a trilogy, and that kind of makes it 5. Yeah, and the other books are Ender's Game and Outsiders, so you guys should watch out for that because they're coming out like tomorrow and the next day, or like, spaces in between days, because it's been a while since I've posted. Well, with that, let's get straight into the review. Alright, so we're going to be reviewing the first book in the Hunger Games series. Now, you know what? I got recommended this series for a very long time. And I'm like, no, no, no. And so until I get assigned it for school. And so I read the first book, and I loved it. And so, that's kind of how I got into this series. I really like this series. It's so basically, over the course of the whole series, this kind of just like sets in the scene. Anyway, so like, it's years in the future. It's in some country. I don't remember. I don't remember what country it is. So this book takes place in Pan Am, which is split up by 12 districts, which used to be 13, but if you read the book, you'll understand that. And so anyway, they have this Hunger Games every year where they take 24 tributes, 2 from each district. You know what I mean? Each district. 1 boy and 1 girl. This girl, she's like 16. Her name's Katniss. She has this younger sister named Prim. Anyway, so in the system, they want you to try and put your name in the raffle to get selected each year. And the Hunger Games is like a death game where everyone dies, except for 1 person. But anyway, so they want you to put your name in the raffle. So the amount of times you put your name in this raffle, the more money you get. But it doubles each year. So it's crazy. So if you put 100 of your name in the raffles by the time you're 12, because it starts at 12 and ends at 18, then you're going to get like 200 next year, which is pretty bad because, then you're definitely going to get selected. Anyway, so Katniss, for years she has been putting in a bunch of stuff so she can get food and bread for her family, because what I was saying is if you put your name in the thing, you get bread for your family and food and stuff. So anyway, she wants food for her family. She has to feed her family. Anyway, her younger sister Prim just turned 12, and so Prim is just available to join it. So Prim only has her name in once. Katniss has her name in, 30 times or something. Something like that. A lot, I mean. And so Prim, who only has it 1 time, gets selected. And so Katniss heroically volunteers to be tribute. So anyway, the first half of the book takes course over her training for joining the Hunger Games and what it's like. And then the last half of the book, which is my favorite part, is the actual Hunger Games. And of course, I'm not going to give any spoilers because it's such a good book and you need to read it for yourself. But she has another tribute named Peeta, who, Peeta, which is the other tribute, declares his love for Katniss during one of the interviews. And so, that sets up a whole cause of events. It's funny. So anyway, I am going to do a spoiler alert, which is for the whole series, because there's something funny I want to tell you guys right now. Alright, so spoiler alert. If you have not read the book or do not want spoilers, please skip ahead to when the spoiler's over. Anyway, so I really liked this book series, and there's this guy named Gale. If you've read the book series, which you probably have if you're listening to the spoiler alert, you know Gale. So I never liked Gale, and I love Peeta. I mean, I didn't like Peeta, but I liked Peeta because he was going to be with Katniss, you know. And so my dad decides, since I'm only like reading the second book, my dad decides he's gonna tell me that PETA is evil. And since we all are in the spoiler alert, we all have read the books, and we all know that Katniss ends up ending up with PETA. Seriously, I'm still upset about that to this day, because I was really like, man, PETA is evil? Anyway, back to the video. Alright, so the second book is my favorite book. You know why? So the second book is another Hunger Games. And you know, it is kind of hard to explain without a spoiler, but it's a winner's game and Katniss and Peeta are still in it. So you guys get the gist. I'm not going to say it directly, but it's like the winner's game. Anyway, it has like all the winners almost all the winners that are still alive. So it's like pretty crazy how they're just gonna like win. And then that book is my favorite because I love the deaths in it. And you're probably like, that's a rude thing to say. A bunch of memorable characters just like, you know, they go because they're and it's like sad because, you know, they're memorable. And so anyway, it's like crazy because the deaths are way cooler. Like at one point in the book, they have this like poisonous wall of fog. And like, I think they had like a deadly ocean thing. I don't quite remember that. But like, you know, yeah, a deadly tidal wave. So, you know, it's pretty crazy. I liked that. And that just made it to my favorite book. And this book leads up to what the third book is, which is the rebellion against the Capitol. Woo! This third book has a lot of stuff. It's like crazy. That book took me the longest to read. It was my least favorite book of the series. It's not because of anything. I just thought it was really boring. You know, there was no more Hunger Games stuff. And like, really my favorite part of the entire series is when they were playing in the Hunger Games. You know, because that's just the best part of the series. Everyone knows that. Probably not everyone. But, you know, so I wasn't a huge fan of this third book. You know, it was just like the rebellion against the Capitol, and, you know, there was Capitol people and the rebel people, and, you know, I can't say how it all ended up, but let me tell you, it ended up crazily. Like, really crazily. Like, you won't even believe it. There's no way you can possibly guess it. And all the people who have read the book, you know what I'm talking about. But, yeah. So, I guess that's it for today. I will see you guys, like, tomorrow whenever I review Ender's Game. And then, like, the next time, which is when I review The Outsiders. So, I'll see ya. Bye. I'll fall down. Mommy!
Oh, bless me. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I've been recording this whole time.
What?